This is part 21 of Good Omens. There was a time when witch-finders were respected, although it didn't last very long. Matthew Hopkins, for example, the witch-finder general, found witches all over the east of England in the middle of the 17th century, charging each town and village 9 pence a witch for every one he discovered. That was the trouble. Witch-finders didn't get paid by the hour. Any witch-finder who spent a week examining the local crones and then told the mayor, "Well done, not a pointy hat among the lot of them," would get fulsome thanks, a bowl of soup, and a meaningful goodbye. So in order to turn a profit, Hopkins had to find a remarkable number of witches. This made him more than a little unpopular with the village councils, and he was himself hanged as a witch by an East Anglian village who had sensibly realized that they could cut their overheads by eliminating the middleman. It is thought by many that Hopkins was the last witch-finder general, and this they would, strictly speaking, be correct. Possibly not in the way they imagine, however. The witchfinder army marched on just slightly more quietly. There is no longer a real witchfinder general, nor is there a witchfinder colonel, a witchfinder major, a witchfinder captain, or even a witchfinder lieutenant. The last one was killed falling out of a very tall tree in Caterman in 1933, while attempting to get a better view of something he believed was a satanic orgy of the most degenerate persuasion, but was in fact the Cotterham and Whiteleaf Market Traders Association annual dinner and dance. There was, however, a witchfinder sergeant. There is also now a witchfinder private. His name is Newton Pulsifer. It was the advertisement that got him in the Gazette between a fridge for sale and a litter of not exactly Dalmatians. Join the professionals, part-time, assistant required to combat the forces of darkness, uniform basic training provided. Field promotion certain. Be a man. In his lunch hour, he found the number at the bottom of the ad. A woman answered. "Hello," he began tentatively. "I saw your advert." "Which one, love?" The one in the paper." "Right, love. Well, Madam Tracy draws aside the veil every afternoon except Thursdays. Parties welcome. When would you be wanting to explore the mysteries, love?" Newton hesitated. "The advert says, 'Join the professionals,'" he said. "It didn't mention Madam Tracy." "That'll be Mr. Shadwell you'll be wanting then. Just a sec, I'll see if he's in." Later, when he was on nodding terms with Madam Tracy, Newt learned that he had mentioned the other ad, the one in the magazine. Madam Tracy would have been available for strict discipline and intimate massages every evening except Thursdays. There was yet another ad in a phone box somewhere. When much later Newt asked her what this one involved, she said, "Thursdays." Eventually, there was the sound of feet in uncarpeted hallways, a deep coughing, and a voice the color of an old raincoat rumbled. "I've read your advert. Join the professionals. I wanted to know a bit more about it." There's much as would like to know about it, and there's many." The voice trailed off impressively, then crashed back to full volume. "There's many as wouldn't." "Oh," squeaked Newton. "What's your name, lad?" "Newton Pulsifer." "Lucifer? What's that you say? Are the spawn of darkness, a tempting, beguiling creature from the pit, wanton limbs streaming from the flesh pots of Hades, in tortured and lubricous thrall to your Stygian and hellish masters?" "It's Pulsifer," explained Newton, with a P. "I don't know about the other stuff, but we come from Surrey." The voice on the phone sounded vaguely disappointed. "Oh, well then, Pulsifer. I've seen that name afore, maybe?" "I don't know," said Newton. "My uncle runs a toy shop in Hounslow," he added, in case this was any help. "Is that so?" asked Shadwell. Mr. Shadwell's accent was unplaceable. It careened around Britain like a milk race. Here a mad Welsh sergeant, there a High Kirk elder who'd just seen someone do something on a Sunday somewhere between them a dour Daleland shepherd or bitter Somerset miser. It didn't matter where the accent went, it didn't get any nicer. "Have ye all your own teeth?" "Oh yes, except for fillings." "Are you fit?" "I suppose so," Newt stuttered. "I mean, that was why I wanted to join the territorials. Brian Potter in accounting can bench press almost 100 since he joined, and he paraded in front of the Queen Mother." "How many nipples?" "Pardon." Nipples, laddie, nipples, said the voice testily. How many nipples have you got? 2? Good. Have you got your scissors? What? Scissors, are ye deaf? No, yes, I mean, I've got some scissors. I'm not deaf. The cocoa had nearly all solidified. Green fur was growing on the inside of the mug. There was a thin layer of dust on Aziraphale, too. The stack of notes was building up beside him. The Nice and Accurate Prophecies was a mass of improvised bookmarks made of torn strips of Daily Telegraph. Aziraphale stirred and pinched his nose. He was nearly there. He'd got the shape of it. He'd never met Agnes. She was too bright, obviously. Normally, heaven or hell spotted the prophetic types and broadcast enough noise on the same mental channel to prevent any undue accuracy. Actually, that was rarely necessary. They normally found ways of generating their own static in self-defense against the images that echoed around their heads. Poor old St. John had his mushrooms, for example. Mother Shipton had her ale. Nostradamus had his collection of interesting oriental preparations. St. Moloch had his stills. Good old Moloch. He'd been a nice old boy sitting there dreaming about future popes. Complete piss artist, of course. Could have been a real thinker if it hadn't been for the poteen. A sad end. Sometimes you really had to hope that the ineffable plan had been properly thought out. There was something he had to do. Oh, yes. Phone his contact, get things sorted out. He stood up, stretched his limbs, and made a phone call. Then he thought, why not? Worth a try. He went back and shuffled through his sheaf of notes. Agnes really had been good. And clever. No one was interested in accurate prophecies. Paper in hand, he phoned Directory Inquiries. Hello, good afternoon. So kind. Yes, this will be a Tadfield number, I think. Or Lower Tadfield. Or possibly Norton? I'm not sure of the price code. Yes, Young. Name of Young. Sorry, no initial. Oh, well, can you give me all of them? Thank you. Back on the table, a pencil picked itself up and scribbled furiously. At the third name, it broke its point. Said Aziraphale, his mouth suddenly running on automatic while his mind exploded. I think that's the one. Thank you. So kind. Good day to you. He hung up almost reverentially, took a few deep breaths, and dialed again. The last 3 digits gave him some trouble because his hand was shaking. He listened to the ringing tone. Then a voice answered. It was a middle-aged voice, not unfriendly, but probably it had been having a nap and was not feeling at its best. It said, Tadfield, 666. Aziraphale's hand started to shake. Hello? Said the receiver. Hello? Aziraphale got a grip on himself. Sorry, he said. Right number. He replaced the receiver.